at the George Floyd protests that have been going on for about 5 days now. So I've been following the protests for the last few hours. What's currently happening, I'll show you in a minute. We're currently walking down Manhattan, down 7th Avenue. Presumably, I think we're heading back to Union Square for anyone that knows New York. And what's been going on so far today, incredibly peaceful protests, pretty big turnout, definitely hundreds, potentially thousands. It's honestly quite hard to tell because everyone's quite spread out. Very peaceful protests. Give a bit of information about the police here. So obviously that's what all this is about. The police here have been not wearing riot gear. I haven't seen anyone in riot gear so far today, despite some of the violence that was happening in New York City last night. And the police have just been following the protests along as we're walking around the city. Generally speaking, the protest has been moving up and down Manhattan, but occasionally stopping with people giving short speeches, and also, of course, lots of protesters taking a knee. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip you around, and we're going to walk along with the protests together down 7th Avenue. If anything changes, I'll try and explain it to you. Thanks, guys. Any questions, by the way, just comment and I'll do my best to answer them.
No in, no smoke.
So, hi everyone, hope you can all hear me. Just to give you some context, I know there's a lot of chanting right now going on that might sound a little aggressive, but I just really want to reiterate, I've been here for hours today and it's been completely peaceful. The protest has, I'm sure it will again soon. Actually, I'm seeing quite a lot of police up ahead, so we might stop again. It's been stopping a lot with people silently taking a knee, listening to speeches from activists. They've been using mics to stand up at the front and speak to everybody. For a long time, we were outside the NYPD station listening to some speeches there. As I said earlier, for anyone that's familiar with New York City, so we're walking down 7th Avenue. I think my assumption would be we're heading back to Union Square, which was a real hub of protesting in New York last night. But of course, these protests are not just isolated to New York City. The biggest source has been Minneapolis, where George Floyd died. And we have had one of our reporters out there, Andrew Buncombe, has been out there. So if you head to independent.co.uk, Google that with George Floyd, you'll be able to find some of that coverage from what's been going on over there. So just from what I was saying earlier, I think now everyone's a bit more spread out and I'm getting a clearer view. I can confidently say thousands of people. I wasn't sure how many, but looking how spread out everyone is, we're definitely talking thousands at the moment, I think. But obviously hard to gauge these things. Hi everyone, me again. Okay, so this is a pretty long road. So I think we're going to be walking down here for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to end this video here for now because we are just going to keep on walking. But a couple of things, if anything changes, if we do reach Union Square, as I think is what's going to happen, and if there are any speeches or anything like that, I'll go live again and let you guys see what's going on here. And I just want to quickly recap because I see some of you are just joining now asking what's going on. We are live in Manhattan, New York City, at the George Floyd protests. These protests have been, as far as I've seen, I've been here for a few hours now, entirely peaceful. High amount of people in attendance. There is police presence. I'm actually not near any police at the moment, otherwise I'd show you. Not wearing riot gear at the moment, despite some of the unrest that was happening last night in New York City. So if you want more detailed information on what's going on across the world with these protests, please head to independent.co.uk, Google that with George Floyd. You'll see all the information there. As I say, if anything changes, I'll get back to you, but stay safe, everybody. Thanks so much.